Hello, everyone, and welcome to this magical space today. It is Transformation Tuesday for sure, I would say. That's the topic of the day. So I have my wonderful co-hosts here, John Rhodes and Kimberly Sanders, who are just amazing and have so much information to share and just are wonderful human beings. So we're going to hear from them in just a little bit. I can't wait. And I just wanted to talk a little bit and get things started with transformation and what that means. I know for me, I've had a physical transformation for sure. But when we look at transformation and things that personally I've been working on for the past few years, it is the inside. So the inside transformation coming out, or it could be the physical transformation and then turning inward. So in the experience that I've had, it's been a mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical transformation. And so much of that has been with the superfoods that I've been consuming and just the pure products that I'm putting into my body. And I've seen such an amazing transformation and difference in myself, in my mood, in my skin, my hair, my body, everything. So I am going to introduce Miss Kimberly Sanders, who is definitely the epitome of Purium and just pure energy, beauty, all of the things, so that you can tell us a little bit about transformation for you.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel, and just welcome to everyone. So excited to have you all here. And that's the whole piece is because of these superfoods, because of a dedication of having this in my practice. And even prior to Purium, I was out here trying to find the cleanest superfoods on the planet. I've been plant-based since I was 9 years old. I lived a raw food lifestyle for a good 3 years in my time, and I was on a mission to find the cleanest food. So I would, find all the different superfood companies, David Wolfe, Gabriel Cousens, all the people, but nothing like Purium has ever been out there. And so I'm so thankful that my homeopathic doctor and his Ayurvedic wife helped me find this back in the day. It was actually further than what I've done with myself with transforming over the last 4.5 going on 5 years. But when I turned 40, I decided I was diving into this wholeheartedly and really made it a practice so that I could learn what these foods could do. And in the process of that, then it's inevitable that you start speaking of what is going on, exactly why we're here tonight, of how big of a transformation that you've had, how amazing of a transformation John has had. And so the physical and your body starts feeling so good. And then you get to just emanate this energy, and it brings more and more people to you. And it's like, even today we have someone on the line and he's here, Sean. It's like so exciting to have people just be like, hi, I can feel your vibration. I understand. And so for me, and now the transformation is with the actual business and how I've created a step-by-step situation so that the people that are open to it are coming in and just having pure success. And there's really not more like that I could ask for, to see people's bodies transform and then to be able to have a financial breath for the first time in probably most of our lives. So that's just a piece of why I'm so thankful to have so many people coming in and saying yes and being hungry and being in a space of just full devotion to their own self-care. And then it just emanates out. So anyway, I love you so much, Rachel. And I'm so honored to get to work with you and have our joy of being, have this be our job. So thank you so much.
I'm so grateful for you too, Kimberly. Your energy is just amazing. And I can see like drawing in Sean energy over here. Definitely, it's irresistible. And I want to introduce everyone also to John Rhodes, who I really see as a mentor that I met through the Gene Keys and Human Design community. And he has a really amazing program called Lunar Alchemy. And I've just learned so much from John. And if there is anything related to the science of these products, John is the go-to. So I'd love to hear what transformation means for you, John, because you have had a phenomenal transformation.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It's been really an incredible journey since we met. And as you mentioned, it's all about transformation. I just love that you have chosen this for your theme, because just the thing that you began with is like, whether it is an inner transformation that then works its way into the outer world, or it's an outer transformation that then allows us to go more deeply inwards. There are many specific laws in our universe and the reality that govern how this process works for every single individual. And when I came in contact with you, Rachel, it was through this sort of spiritual, energetic piece. And you shared with me how significant this spiritual, energetic piece was for you in terms of giving you access to an emotional transformation that perhaps you didn't have before. And so for me, I have been working for, I would say, 10 years for sure. 10 years for sure on this topic of transformation and how to not only bring it to other people who desire to transform in any form or another, but to be able to experience that full transformation myself. And when we discuss the different layers of who we are as a human being, we have so many layers. There's a physical layer, an emotional layer, a mental layer. And then if we start talking about energy, it just gets completely out of bounds for what we are used to talking about. And for me, everything that I've been working for over the last 10 years suddenly clicked into place when I discovered Purium, because it plugged in my physical body. It plugged my cells in to the awareness that I'd been cultivating around how to extract my emotional entanglements from my mental judgments and opinions, how to clarify my relationships in a way that is both authentic and safe, how that I can begin to spread this message of transformation to other people in a way that they can immediately feel the impact of that transformation, whether that's through my presence or my voice, or it's through the information that they receive by their exploration of, I wonder how I could feel incredible in my body, and they discover what's behind these amazing foods. And to me, you mentioned science. The science of transformation is something that is for real. And it is something that we can study and learn about. And the science of transformation is deeply embedded in this entire company, from the method of cultivating the foods that they use to the efficiency that they are inputting into the entire supply chain, so that there's the maximum number of nutrients for the energetic output in the ground delivered for each of us to our doorsteps to receive this maximum input of nutrition with very, very little loss of efficiency in between. All the while going more than 95% plastic free with compostable packaging, and being able to dehydrate the foods on site with wind technology so that none of the nutrients are lost in a drying process that involves heat or vacuums or other types of ways that most natural and health food companies use to create powdered food products. And it's just, I mean, on every level of our being, this science of transformation comes in, and our cells then begin vibrating at this higher level. And so any type of internal work that we've done in the past, we can begin to experience it as a reflection in the world that we're a part of creating. Instead of just knowing for ourselves, oh, I did all this spiritual work, I'm so advanced, and still coming up against these incredible, challenging relationships and environments where other people show us, in fact, that we're not as spiritually evolved as our egos would like to believe. And when we get this food into us, it's like all of that inner work suddenly plugs in, and it's like the world just transforms in a moment, treating us as the incredible being that we are. And the truth of that just reverberates out through us. So that's a little piece about the science of transformation that I can share with you. Obviously, it goes very, very deep and all of those things. There's also a lot of science behind why these foods actually create this transformation in our bodies. And it's really astounding how the founders of this company have integrated their vision for a new world to get built, along with the science that we know on the cutting edge of how to rid the body of glyphosate, how to create formulas that support the metabolism of the body, how to combine all of these things in a synergistic way so that we can move ourselves away from relying on pharmaceuticals for antidepressant, anti-anxiety, for these other types of ailments that we carry under the term mental illness or mental health. And I mean, it's just incredible how these foods begin to show us that physical health produces a state of consistent and sustainable mental health. So there's just so much going on with this food. And Rachel, I'm so grateful that you have stepped into this role, and I just can't wait to hear about what your transformation has been like in your words here. And of course, if there's more to share, I'm always happy to share what I can. So thank you for having me as a mentor. It's truly been an incredible experience so far, and I can't wait to see where we go together.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing. There's so much to this, and there are so many layers. And I know for me personally, I have been on this spiritual journey for as far back as I can remember, and just this space of healing. And oftentimes, especially in the culture that we live in, healing means the medical component of things. And for me, healing is so much deeper than that. Healing goes far beyond the physical and really does start with our inside, and healing those wounds, healing our heart, pouring into our soul, and pouring into ourselves so that we have self-love. Because when we have self-love, then we can love everyone around us. And to be able to, it brings me to tears, to be able to I'm so grateful for, I feel like I can say the outside and the inside match at this point. And it's something that I've really longed for so long, and is so great and so amazing. And it just blows my mind that we, we don't even sometimes realize the amount of chemicals that we're ingesting on a daily basis. For me, that information alone was so shocking. So to be able to have a product that can remove glyphosate from our bodies, so that we have an option now, right? We have an option, and we have so many choices, and that is so important. So glyphosate, I didn't really understand the big giant issue and how this comes into our food supply system and how much of our food is impacted. On another note, I just want to switch gears for just a minute, because I just remembered this, but my daughter is 12 and she's been a vegetarian for all of her life, her whole life, since she was a little tiny baby. And she said, I don't want to eat meat. Animals have a soul, and anything that has a soul, we need to protect and love. So today she started on the amino acids, and she was like, I have so much energy, I cannot even believe it. So she does get her protein. She's really good about eating fruits and vegetables. But having the amino acids on board just like lifted her whole mood, her energy, everything. So, yeah, and my husband is on the call today as well. I wish he were on camera, but it's okay. And I know like he can see the transformation too. So I'm just grateful for everyone being on this call today. I'm so grateful for the journey that I'm on and everyone here. And I'd love to open it up to any other questions or comments if anyone has them.
Yeah, feel free to either raise your hand or you can probably just jump on an unmute and you can unmute yourselves.
I would,
Rachel?
I would love to just share a little bit more in the knowing of, anyone that's live, of course, but anyone watching this replay, like Rachel has this red carpet of self-love goodness to be rolling out for you. And so, all of these superfoods come with the opportunity of, I say, quote unquote, free business. And it's just so lovely. Like we have so much goodness to be had. And so if anyone is interested in that, it's just the perfect situation. And her and John and I just get to be here for you and educate and bring so much ability to feel confident and be able to have this become something that really, the company pays in 9 different ways. And that's something that isn't sad these days. Like every single person needs good nutrition, and every single person needs a financial exhale in their life. And so if that is something that you're into, then get a hold of Rachel 100%, because that's what she's here for as well.
I'm so excited about that possibility, Kimberly, because one of the amazing things about the way that this company is designed is that it allows us to bring this healing from person to person directly. And Rachel, I think you said it just perfectly when you said this is about pouring in self-love. And when you do that for yourself, not only does everybody else around you notice, but the self-love that you've poured into yourself then begins to impact the people that are around you. And so when you reach out to Rachel to say, hey, what are you doing that's giving you the glow that literally every human being who's using these foods that I've seen gets. You know, they become radiant. Their beauty of their insides becomes what we see on the outside. Then everybody that reaches out to Rachel is just going to get this wonderfully beautiful connection to that self-love that she has been doing for now I mean, I know longer than she's been with Purium, but now that Purium is here, it's overflowing and there's enough for everyone. And when I designed my own particular code to share with people to have up to a 25% discount on all of their food orders for as long as they wish, I aligned it with the words that had meaning to me. And Rachel has one that she can share with you that really comes from her Gene Keys design and from, I believe, what you will experience when you come in contact with her. And I hope it's okay that I'm sharing this out loud, Rachel. Her code is embody your beauty. And when we use the word beauty in the context of the Gene Keys, this is not about the mascara commercials. This is not about models and that type of a thing. When we are talking about beauty through the Gene Keys, what we are talking about is the beauty of the creation, the beauty of all that is in its purest level of expression. This is the aspect of our own selves that any of us who desires to go inward to meet at a deeper level is searching for. And not only is this in Rachel's particular design chart for that kind of gives a roadmap for her life purpose, but she's got this energy vibrant and alive in her aura, which means for you to come in contact with it means that you are going to automatically be put in with the source of your own beauty. That thing that makes you ooh and ah when you come in contact with a baby, that never truly goes away inside of us. And this is something that Rachel has in her as an aspect of her purpose. So if you have watched this video and you are like, oh my gosh, what a great vibration, please reach out to Rachel so that you can drink some of that energy in. And so Rachel, I would love to kind of give you kind of the last word on this before, as we kind of begin to wrap up. And then of course we can stay on and answer some questions after we finish this recording. But Rachel, I'd love to know if there's anything that you would like to add. I would be curious just to hear from you a little bit about what did you expect and how was that different from what you actually experienced? Because you've done cleanses before, you've done juice cleanses, you've done diet shifts. What makes this so different for you that you are so wholeheartedly diving into this? I would love to hear about that.
Yeah, thanks. So I have been through the plethora of things, and a lot of that was me seeking relief from inflammation and pain that I was having, and definitely migraine headaches that I was having for my entire life since I was 9 years old. And so I was able to, I love juicing. I will just put that out there. Love, love, love. There, it's just will always have a space in my heart and soul. And really brought me to that next level of understanding on the nutrition aspect of things. And I remember feeling so amazing and fantastic. The last juice cleanse I did was 14 days. And so for me, juicing was really time consuming, and I was spending an entire day, usually on Sundays, and time that I could have been spending with my family, juicing. And then all of my friends were asking me for to make them juice, and it just sort of grew from there. And so for me, this has been something that is practical and very simple and efficient, and that I can have more time with my family. And it's also the summer here right now. So I want to be outside as much as I can, and I want to be doing things. And so being able to take this product with me on the go, but also have all of the nutrients coming in and just feeling really, really good. I do, I felt within the first 7 days, that feeling that I had in the days of juicing, of just feeling lighter and having more energy. And it would usually take me around 3 days to get to that point. And then I would just find that I could make it to 14 days, but it wasn't really sustainable. It wasn't something that I could do every single day. And so this product has allowed me to feel amazing. It feels like I'm juicing all the time, but it's very simple. I know that it's really pure, and the produce that I was getting on the side of organic in the area that I live in just wasn't a very good selection. So that gave me, this gave me a lot of just having the best produce, the best products, and going from there. So I'm a juice fanatic, and this is just, this makes me feel like I'm on a juice cleanse every day, and just pure energy and lightness and radiance and all of the things. So, so that's sort of a little bit about my journey. And I was expecting to feel good, but I wasn't expecting the energetic shift that I had in terms of just all of the complete package, emotional, physical, mental health, all of the things. So I wasn't expecting that. And one other thing that totally blew me away was that I received my ULT. I did that for 30 days, and then I started adding in other products like Can't Beat This. And I'm so in love with that juice right now that I cannot, oh my goodness. It's like, it just smells good. It tastes good. It's so amazing. And the nutrition content is out of this world. And it beats having to juice beets. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm not getting the red beet juice all over everything. So yeah, just thank you so much for everyone being here today, and reach out and have the most amazing transformation that you could ever imagine, and what you have been hoping for. This is it. This is definitely it. So, if you have any questions, we could stay on the line, and I'm sure that we would all be happy to answer any questions that there are. Thank you so much.
I welcome love.